50 years and counting. In August 1971, Johanna Leatherbury was brutally murdered in Salt Lake County. At first, the investigation looked promising, but it turned into a cold case murder.
Her family frustrated and wanting to bring this out to the public's attention. For every crime, there's a story, and the truth matters. Here's ABC4's senior crime and punishment correspondent Marcos Ortiz with tonight's Justice Files.
The Leatherbury family thinks 50 years is long enough for authorities to keep this case close to the vest. They want to see police records in order to see what is and isn't being done.
The kids from Skyline and Olympus High School all hung out at this area. They played games and do what teenagers do.
One of those teens was 17-year-old Johanna Leatherbury, a recent graduate of Olympus High School. She was in her car out for the night, but she never made it home.
There was a bulletin on the radio that said, there has been a body discovered in the Surplus Canal out by Great Salt Lake.
The Leatherburys would later learn it was Johanna. She had been raped and brutally murdered. Her body was found in a surplus canal near the Great Salt Lake. Authorities found her car abandoned just off State Street and 2100 South. They soon found her purse and wallet on the roof of a nearby motel. 2 juveniles were questioned. Also, a brown Scout vehicle was spotted at the time Leatherbury's body may have been dumped.
It was seen in the morning. The man was the night watchman at Morton Salt Company, and he saw this Scout come out of there, and it was about 5 a.m.
The investigation was on a fast track, and police were certain there'd soon be an arrest. But months later, it all fizzled. The 2 juveniles and the driver of the brown Scout were cleared. A reward was offered. The sheriff called the investigation a dead end, and weeks turned into years.
My mother and dad went to their graves, totally changed people, totally changed.
Johanna Leatherbury's murder turned into a cold case. Her killer was still out there. Frustration took over.
I am so angry and frustrated because it was a door being slammed in our face all of the time.
In 2010, the Leatherburys turned to ABC4 for help. It was the first time they'd spoken publicly about Johanna's murder and her life.
She was a good kid. She tried hard to please other people, help us all. I don't know, I missed her a lot.
And it got authorities to open up about the case. But 11 years later, Johanna's family feels like they did in 1971, helpless.
We just didn't have any follow-through. There was no follow-through. There was nothing. It was just put up on a shelf and left.
We have a full-time cold case investigator, and he has been actively working this case up and including right now recently, following up on any potential leads.
Now Wednesday, as we continue our final segment, the family wants more than the standard line from police, but it may require legislation. For the Justice Files, Marcos Ortiz, ABC4 News.